Hey guys, this is Luce with Yugioh Teammate. I've got a deck profile coming at you for the deck for what is my main deck right now until the next ban list. And I even think it'll be my main deck after the ban list because I don't really see them getting hit that much. It's Geargia. It's the Machina Geargia variant because, well, I'll go over why because as I go through the deck. So anyway, with it being Geargia, you have the staple Geargia card, Armor. This thing is 1900 defense, and one really great thing about this is it's not a flip effect, so Nobling a Crossout doesn't kill the rest of them in your deck when it gets hit.
Somebody started Nobling against you today?
Mained it against me.
Wow.
Andrew.
Oh, okay.
So it can stand up to Thunder King, it can stand up to Neos Alias. With 1900 defense, it's not going to die very easily to a lot of the first turn cards. And then it adds cards. Basically, you sit on top of it
Unless
until
Thunder King runs into you.
Well, even still, it sits there. But you sit on top of it until you have your until you have at least double Accelerator is the ideal play, in my opinion. Accelerator lets you special summon it from the hand if you control another Geargia. And also, another secondary effect that I don't use as often because I never get the opportunity. If it goes to the graveyard, you can pull back a Geargia monster from the graveyard to your hand. Not bad if you desperately need an armor back. But it's just quick, and it makes fast plays. And then you have triple Arsenal. Arsenal isn't too important to the deck. It's mostly a searcher for armor. When you summon it, you sack it, and you summon armor and face-up defense. And then armor does its thing, puts itself down, and then goes a-searching. So that's it for the Geargia variant. I don't run the MK3s or the MK2s. I don't really like it that much. I try not to play around my graveyard. I try not to let the Geargias play around in the graveyard as much as the Machina do because Machina can get through the graveyard control. And with it being Machina, there's double Cannon. Cannon is just too good for pulling back Fortress, and it makes big eye plays so easy. So you run two of them. Triple Fortress, which is the boss monster of the deck, and Fortress is the reason why I run the Machina variant over the Karakuri variant. I've always been a Machina player, with Machina gadgets back before Ultimate Offering got nixed, and I enjoy playing Machina a lot more than I do playing Karakuri, because I played Plant Karakuri back in the day, and the OTK setting just didn't suit me. And then there's Gear Frame, who searches out your fortresses, and also your cannons. Just too good. 1800, so he dies to some monsters. My little tech card, Mole, this card has put in work. It has really no synergy with the deck, but it's Mole. It doesn't need synergy. And the last of the monster list is Double Max C. I'm not running the Trags in here right now. It's a very large trap count. And I'm not running Trags or Gores, but usually I don't get OTK'd very often, so the extra draws help me come back next turn and just be that much more explosive. Eventually, I think I'm going to try fitting Trags in here, but that's something to test out with for a while. And then on to the trap lineup. Traps are 2 Deep Prisons. It's just really good attack deterrent. 2 Bottomless. Really good card. It hurts quite a bit. 2 Starlight Road. I main this because this deck does a lot of Swarm. Swarm. And it sets a decent bit of back row, so the 2 Starlight Roads help just protect the deck. I've got these things to go off so much. Triple Compulsory. Everybody runs double, but I've been campaigning for Compulsory since the day.
He's the reason why I run 3 in my Malefics.
Yeah.
So.
It's just too good of a card to not have at 3. And then I run the Solemn Brigade, which, odd thing is I oftentimes end up siding out the Judgment. I don't know. I just do it. And then on spells, we got Book of Moon. Works really well with armor. Monster Reborn. Heavy Storm. Dark Hole.
Trinity.
Double MST. Double Pot of Duality, because most of the time you duality, you'll pull an armor, and then you just set the armor and pass turn. And then the only non-staple spell is Limiter Removal. This card helps you go for game far more often.
It's like staple in every machine deck.
Yeah, but it's not really a staple spell. And then
It's for machines, and it's a machine deck.
And then on to the extra deck. You have one Stardust.
There you go, guys. There's that Stardust for Starlight Road everybody wants.
Yeah, seriously. One Catastrophe, because I do side into Effect Veiler. And I get Effect Veiler in the hand stuck sometimes, and with all the 4 stars that I run, it's not bad to have one 5-star option, and Catastro's the better choice. One Chimera Attack, because I side deck the Sidras. And then into the meat is double Geargia. This card is the reason why Geargia melds so well with other machine decks, because this card can search Gear Frame. And then once you get one Gear Frame in the hand, the Machina start to do their own thing, and you swarm and overwhelm so quickly. One Black Ship of Corn, such a great answer to Spirit Reaper, Marshmallon, and just annoying monsters.
Zenmain Scotchy.
Photon, Butterfly Assassin. It's almost staple anymore. Gem Knight Pearl, just for strength. I side deck Gozen matches, so I have this in here so that if I'm playing under Gozen match, I can still exceed into other options with Earth. A single Stillsworn Roach, just in case. Utopia. Maystroke. Fairy King Alverditch. He's the same reason as Pearl, pretty much. He can come out under Gozen match, and that's good to me. Shotmaster, because you swarm with level 4 so often. Gaga Cowboy, he's another Earth, so goes in target, or not goes in target, but works under Gozen, and he's just a really good card. And then, like,
good old Big Eye.
I say Big Eye, like, other than Geargia, the other MVP of this extra deck. So good. Won me so many matches today. And then the side deck. Double Cider Dragon. Double Effect Veiler. There's no real reason to explain most of them. Double Thunder King. This card, yes, it hurts a lot in the opponent's hands. In your hands, you can play around it, so it's not as bad. You sit on top of it until you can explode, and then you summon something, you exceed with it, and then you go off. Double Snowman Eater, because it's 1900 defense, and when you set it down, people won't be sure if they're running into Armor or Eater.
And also, it's a 3-star.
Yeah. A single Max C for the third that I don't run in the deck. Single Space Typhoon for the third that I don't run in the deck. Double Gozen.
Get them wind-ups out of here.
Get them wind-ups out of her. And double Soul Drain.
Those Atlanteans out of here.
Soul Drain, it only hurts a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I mean kind of like a pinprick. Because then Fortress's destruction effect won't go off when he gets destroyed by battle. But that's about all Soul Drain does to you. And it's not enough to not run it against Mermails and all this other stupid crap that Soul Drain can touch. But anyway, that's the deck profile, guys. It's done really well for me. First and second at the recent locals in the last 2 weeks. So it's a really good deck, and if you ever get the parts, give it a try. It's really fun. But that's it, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Peace out.
See you guys.